Welcome everybody, it's Telman. In this video we are going to be talking about zombies inside DLC 2. We're going to be talking about the storyline, the setting, and the map name, because we've had all these teased by Lee Ross more recently inside a bunch of tweets he's been tweeting out for a couple weeks now. So we're going to be going through all those and just trying to figure out everything. Of course we have some information we got from Raven the Redwoods too, which we will also talk about. So first things first, let's talk about the more newer one, and it's where Lee Ross teased even more of the name of our next zombies map, and I'll have the tweet on screen right here. I'm sure most of you guys have already seen it, but I really don't know what this could be. As you guys can see, they're both 2 7-letter words, and one has SAL already in it and then UE. I don't know, my first guess before he added the LA and U, it was like Streets Carnage or something like that. It was a pretty cool name, but obviously it was wrong. So after that, I just don't have any cool ideas for a name, so it's rather I just can't think of a cool name, or I don't know if it's going to have like a cool name, because I thought they were going to go with another cool name, because I really like the name Raven the Redwoods. I thought it was a pretty cool name, but I don't know how they're going to go along with this name. People are guessing it's going to be a more funny name, because it is going to be based in the 70s from what we know, but I'm just not sure myself. So anyways, tell me what you guys think about this name down in the comments. If you have any cool guesses or anything like that, go ahead and tell me. But anyways, let's get into the actual setting and storyline of this map. So like I just said a while ago, it is going to be inside the 70s, at least that's what we believe from the outro cutscene to Raven the Redwoods. And of course in that same outro cutscene we also saw our characters appear inside a subway, so a lot of people at first were assuming that the whole map is going to be taking place inside the subway area, but I don't think that's the case. I think that's going to be probably the spawning room, and of course we'll head up to the city area, and it's probably going to be a city because subways are mainly in cities, so it makes sense to me. So sounds like a pretty cool idea. I would really like to see what's happening, because we also have some more information that I also talked about in my previous video, but I just want to talk more about it inside this one too, also just because we have a little bit more information also. But anyways, we also know that a guy named Arthur McIntosh is going to play a pretty big role inside the storyline. He's a billionaire, for you guys who didn't know. He's a pretty powerful guy too, because what happened and what I'll be explaining inside this real quickly, because I kind of touched on this in my previous video, but he actually stole billions from his own companies for reasons we could try to speculate at the end of the video, but all you guys need to know now is that he stole billions from his own company called McIntosh and McIntosh. And of course, because of stealing billions from a multi-billion-dollar company, you're going to cause a lot of damage to the stock market, and of course it did. The stock market dropped down extremely, like a huge amount, and then because of this, crime started spreading because nobody could get money, and of course it just spread crime throughout the whole area. And this could imply what's going to be happening inside the map, because maybe the city's going to be ran over by crime or something along those lines. But anyways, now we do know this is actually a newer one that I didn't have inside my previous video. We also know now that charges are to follow, so they are going to charge McIntosh for actually stealing all this money from his own company. And the one last thing, I think this is the most interesting out of all of them, is that this same guy Arthur McIntosh, let me read one quote from this guy for you guys, because it's a pretty interesting quote and it kind of gives us some information about the guy. So what it says is, as we get older we realize money isn't the most valuable asset in life. Time is, and I want more time. Lots more. So that is a pretty interesting quote, because this guy, we could tell, is kind of wants time. The reasons why he could be dying, maybe just scared about actually getting thrown in jail for stealing, but I don't think that second one's as much as the case. I do believe he may be dying. My reason for this is because what I think is going to be happening is that he was dying and he was trying to find a way to save himself, but he couldn't find a way, so he went and used all his own money, and then he just wanted to use some weird voodoo to stop time, because obviously he wants more time, so he's just trying to freeze time to actually go and live longer. In the sense, he's not really living longer because he's in frozen time, but that was the general idea of what I was thinking, and I still like that idea a lot. I'm not too sure if it's going to come true or not, but it'll be really cool if they did this. But I also got this suggestion in that same video, and it was a really cool idea, and it's actually from one person. I don't exactly know how to say his name, so I'll just tell you guys the letters of his name. It's just WHIJP2K1. He gave this really cool idea, saying instead of Ray Vision, it's frozen time, because as you guys may know, I was a really big fan of the Ray Vision inside Raven the Redwoods, and I thought it was such a cool idea. But just imagine it's just like the same thing, because think if this guy actually got time to freeze, if he did do that, then if he froze time, then what we would do, we'd also try to enter into that frozen time area to actually reach him, because he's probably the reason why we're stuck inside there, and we have to probably defeat him. I kind of hope they don't actually have us do another boss fight, because it'd be just so cool, because boss fights are fun and all, don't get me wrong, but it's just that I think that'd be cool for just to back off a boss fights for a little bit, because we've had boss fights in a lot of zombies maps already. But instead of actually having a boss fight, we can actually just work with this guy to do something, and then he gives us a soul key or something along those lines, or we find the soul key along the way. It'd be a pretty cool idea, but I don't know if it'll happen, because I think too many people are fans of those boss fights. And also the idea of frozen time would be so cool, because just like the slasher, when we could only see him inside Rave Vision, it'd be the same thing. You only could see this guy inside the frozen time. So it would be pretty cool. Like I said, those parts are kind of speculation at the end, but tell me what you guys think about any of this. I do apologize for making this really weird video. Just didn't really give any new information or anything like that. It's just I've been feeling a little less than good recently. I just need to get a video out there because I haven't made one in a couple of days. But that's about it for this video. If you guys did enjoy the video, go ahead and thumbs up. If you guys want to stay tuned for content similar to this, go ahead and subscribe. But I'm going to go, and I will catch you guys on my next video.